I've been trading for the last 7 years and I've gone through a lot of ups and downs. I've had a lot of times where I thought about quitting trading. I was this close to quit trading. I've looked at the charts and I was completely confused on what was going on. I thought about strategies that I had and I had no idea if I was ever going to be able to execute on them long term. And I never knew what was it that these profitable traders had that I didn't. Yet right now I've received over 200 payouts. I've made over $1.5 million from trading. And here are the 5 lessons that I learned mainly from receiving those over 200 payouts. Now, this is not going to be the type of video that is going to be, oh my God, animation here, let me get your dopamine. No, this is not going to be a video that is going to be filled with dopamine. I'm going to make a couple of cuts and I'm going to post it because the truth is that if you are here for a dopamine rush, let's put that as lesson number 0. If you're looking for trading for a dopamine rush, then you're going to have a very, very tough time. And right now we live in a world where it's everything about, 5-second reels, oh my God, what is going on? It's not going to go well for you, right? Now, the first point is don't try to make your first $10,000 from trading. Why is this? I said this recently that your first $10,000 from trading should not be a life achievement. It should be a trading achievement because the truth is that trading requires capital upfront, right? Whether that be for prop firms, whether that be for a mentorship that is actually going to get you the results that you want, whether that is your personal account. If you want to risk a good amount and still have a good risk management, if you're risking 1%, what are you going to have a $10,000 account and make $100 per percentage that you make? No, obviously you want to have at least $100,000 if you're going for a personal account, because most of you that are watching, if you make an extra $1,000, it's probably not going to change your life, right? But if you are able to make an extra $5,000, $10,000, $30,000 every single month, then that is now a significant chunk. So therefore, you can't be doing that with $10,000 on your personal account. You can do that with prop firms and $10,000, but you have to be willing to put on significant size up front, right? So don't try to make your first $10,000 from trading. Try to make your first trading $10,000 from trading, because that's the only way. Now, this pretty much to say that it requires upfront capital. Now with prop firms like FundedNext, where for $500 you are able to get a 100K account on CFDs or multiple 50K accounts on the future side. With code Camel, you always get the best discount code. But you have to understand that if you are coming at it from a scarcity standpoint of I need to make money from trading, it's going to be very tough for you to ever make money from trading. Now it's different to say, I want to make money from trading because I want to quit my 9-to-5. I think that is a very, very good goal for you to have. And for example, Sander, that even became the trading coach inside of Funded Trading Blueprint, did that exact thing. His goal was to quit his 9-to-5 before he became 28. And as he became 28, 1 month after, because he had to give a 1-month notice period, he quit his full-time job and now is a full-time trader. But again, he was able to make 1 year worth of his income before he ever decided to actually go full-time, because I told him to do so. Now, point number 2 goes after point number 1, which is don't act out of scarcity. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is you need to fix your strategy. Honestly, like whatever I'm going to say after this, if you don't have a profitable strategy, it is not going to work. You have to understand this. Prop firms are not your enemy, right? Prop firms want to see you lose, but they don't actively seek out for you to lose. Now, what is actively seeking out for you to lose is having unwritten rules to have you banned. That has never happened to me, and I've had so many payouts denied. I've been limited by basically all of the prop firms, but guess what? I just stick to the rules that they give me. That's it. And yes, I've been banned from prop firms. Why? Because I didn't stick to the rules that they gave me. Now, fixing your strategy is everything you need to do if you ever want to make money from prop firms, if you ever want to make money from your personal account. Everything in trading is against you. It's a zero-sum game, and you think that you can do it without having a profitable strategy. No, you need to fix your strategy. Without that, you will never become profitable, okay? Now, here's 3 steps in order to fix your strategy. Number 1, be able to find the direction of the market every single day. You need to be able to master the direction of the market, right? Every single thing in trading is about direction. A trade is just a bet that the market is more likely to move in one direction than it is in the other. What is your stop loss and what is your take profit? Those are simply targets based on direction, on where you don't think the market is going to go and where you think the market is going to go. So you need to master direction, because everything in trading is a bet on it. Now, then you need to think about key levels. So key level simply is, okay, if we believe that the market is going to go up, then I believe the market is going to go down a little bit towards a key level. From here, we're going to react bullish. For me, those are order blocks and fair value gaps on the 1 hour and on the 15-minute. Those have completely changed my trading. And then only then comes your entry. And you'll see your entry is going to be the easiest thing in the world as soon as you understand the direction that the market is heading in and the key levels that the market is reacting from. So you need to fix your strategy. If you don't fix your strategy, you will never become profitable. Please put that in your mind and don't move forward if you don't have a profitable strategy. Obviously, if you're looking for something profitable, I've received over 200 payouts. I've made sure that every single student in my community, the first thing that I want them to do, pass the challenge, get funded in 90 days, and then make sure that you stack those payouts, right? Now, number 3, this is important because a lot of people get stuck when they get into prop firms, and that is that challenges are worthless. Now, this goes hand in hand with point number 1 and point number 2. Now, point number 1, don't trade with scarcity. Point number 2 is fix your strategy. So now, if you have money and you have a profitable strategy, what are you doing on a phase, on a challenge where you'll never be able to make money? Your goal from trading, once you're profitable and once you have money, is to multiply your money. That is your goal, right? I think we are all in agreement here. You want to make money. I want to make money. I want to make a fuck ton of money, right? So with that, what am I doing in a challenge? That goes completely against what I want to do, right? So you have to understand that challenges are worthless. So you have to be able to minimize your time in challenges and maximize your time in funded accounts, right? So what does that mean? That means increasing risk on challenges, always without gambling. Just keep that in mind. I have multiple videos on risk management. You want to increase risk on challenges and increase the number of accounts that you have funded, because by then you can minimize risk when you're funded and still make significant amount of money, right? Now, number 4, I'll go back to number 3 with number 5. It's incredibly important. So number 4, it's all about locking in those payouts. So now we've understood challenges are worthless. You're never going to make money from challenges. Please stop looking at challenges like, oh my God, this is the holy grail. I just want to keep this and I cannot lose these $500. Again, you're completely going against point number 1. Don't try to make your first $10,000 from trading. Now, it's all about locking in those payouts. Once you get out of those challenges, the one goal that you need to have consistently is, how can I get the money from this prop firm into my bank account? From this prop firm to the bank account. If it's on a prop firm, it's susceptible for you to just blow the account or something happening where you don't get your payout. Your goal, prop firm, bank account, all the time. Right? And this is something that I even had recently, where I started scaling a bit on one specific prop firm and had 3 funded accounts with $5,800 worth of profit. And I'm able to withdraw 50% of it, which is $2,800. So it's $5,600, whatever. I'm able to withdraw $2,800 from each. And I was thinking, oh, do I want to withdraw this? Then drawdown is going to go to 0, or do I want to just withdraw to 4.5? And then I thought, well, if I just withdraw all the available payouts that I have on these specific accounts, I just made an extra $9,000. So basically, that's money from the prop firm into my bank account, right? An extra $9,000. So can't really complain. And that was in just 1 week. So don't really think about the idea of leaving money on a funded account. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of traders leaving a lot of money on funded accounts and then just blowing it all when that money could very well be on their bank account. And I can tell you that the math for a profitable trader that has fixed their strategy and understand that challenges are worthless, you're better off having that money in your bank account and going for a challenge, even if you blow that funded account, going for the challenge and then getting back on the funded account with all of the maximum available drawdown again, right? That is something that I do, especially on the futures challenges. That sometimes happens and you just have to take the hit, go back to the challenge, pass it quickly, and now you're funded again, right? So it's all about locking in the payout. If you are able to lock in those payouts, lock in those payouts, right? This is where, if you have access to CFD prop firms, is actually much easier. And I know that all of you Americans and all of you in the UK and all of you in Europe have access to pretty much every prop firm now. Again, you have access to FTMO, you have access to FundedNext. FundedNext has the futures and they have the CFD side. With code Kimmel, you'll always get the best discount code. And just with these prop firms, if you add, I don't know, others with futures that are extremely, extremely popular, you're able to make a lot of money money by just stacking accounts. And this goes into point number 5, which is going to be your scaling system. So again, let's do a quick recap. Don't try to make your first $10,000 from trading. It should be a trading achievement, not a life achievement. 2, fix your strategy. If you don't know how to fix your strategy, then check out Funded Trading Blueprint. It's the link in the description. Again, this is my paid mentorship. We make sure that you get funded in 90 days. And then my only goal is to get you profitable. It's making you get consistent payouts. Now, 3, understand that challenges are worthless. You want to get, and this is where the scaling system starts appearing. So the scaling system is understanding that challenges are worthless. So you want to risk more on the challenges. So you want to get more funded accounts, right? Then on those funded accounts, I don't want you to trade them all unless you want to make a fuck ton of money, but risking the possibility of going back to challenges and starting completely over. That is a very big risk because, again, challenges are worthless. You want to cherish your funded accounts a little bit more. And so what I recommend you doing in order to start getting consistent payouts, and by the way, that is what got me to 200 payouts. It was always having any payout locked in, locking it in, locking the accounts, and going into another batch of accounts. So what you have to do is what I recommend you doing. And by the way, not financial advice, you know, the jibbery jabbery. This is what I do. I only trade 30% of my accounts. That's it. Because if I blow them all, I still have 70% of accounts that I can trade, right? So with that being said, the scaling system simply means as long as you have funded accounts to trade, you trade the funded accounts. And when you don't have any more funded accounts to trade, it's an amazing problem to have, by the way, because all of your payouts are locked in and you're just waiting for the payout date. Then you are able to just take more challenges, go aggressive because challenges are worthless. That maximizes the number of funded accounts that you have. And then all of a sudden, if 30% of your accounts is like $1 million in funding, then 1% is going to equal $10,000 per 1% trade that you make, right? I think that is amazing. I think you would love to make $10,000 in one trade. And so with that being said, this is what I learned after receiving over 200 payouts, is that you're not going to make your first $10,000 from trading. If you don't fix your strategy, none of this works. Challenges are worthless. I don't care about challenges at all. It's all about locking in those payouts. That's all that I do. All my goals are to lock in the payouts, and then the scaling system of simply locking in those payouts, getting more challenges, trading them aggressively to have more funded accounts, to then have more payouts and more money to spend on challenges to be able to put into more funded accounts. And so with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you're able to take some value from this. If you want to check out Funded Next, they have CFDs, they have futures, they have everything. Code Kimmel, you can check out with this link right here. And if you want to check out my full broken down system on the scaling system on how to get to $10,000 per month, you can check out this video right here. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Peace.